safe place. I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. Today in our AA meeting, we talked about the 12th step, which is having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps. We try to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. So basically today, in this part of the book, it came out of 12 Steps, 12 Traditions book. It basically talked about when you realize that you've had that spiritual awakening to help you on your journey of sobriety. And even people that have a good amount of years underneath them, a lot of them said that, they felt like they still haven't had their spiritual awakening yet. And they reassured us newcomers or people still within their 30 days that that's normal. When God is ready for you to have your spiritual awakening, He will show you. I feel like this is my spiritual awakening, to be able to share with other people, because I'm learning so much. So why not pass it on to others? That's the whole point of a spiritual awakening in the AA community, is basically being able to give back what you're getting out of it. And they also talked about, until you are ready for it, a lot of people don't give up the bad habits that they had or have. So that's why they don't get their spiritual awakening right away or later on down the line. They also talked, even though, getting your spiritual awakening, you feel like you're ready to share with other people. That's good. But being in your first 30 days or first 60 days or 90 days, they do not recommend that you start sponsoring another person. They at least want you to get a year or two underneath your belt so that you've had that time to really study the literature, understand the literature, understand what you're going through, your disease, understand how you can help other people out to start to gain your spiritual awakening. Basically, getting through the 12 steps is just the beginning of learning so much. You have so much more, so much stuff to learn. And you're not just going to learn everything within those 12 steps or those 12 traditions. That's just the beginning of the AA meetings and groups or whatever. But everything will come in due time. I got notes because I had to write down some of this stuff so that I could share with you guys what I learned today and what a lot of these people in the AA group talked about. Like I said, it's okay, even if you are 1 or 2 years into going to AA. If you're not ready for that sponsorship, that's okay. That's normal too. You can, like they say, you can do other good things. Help another member get to an AA meeting, or they're looking for work. Help them out if you can offer them a job or know of other places. Sit down and read literature with them and explain things if they don't understand. Pray for them, or just talk to them that day, because you may not know what they're going through mentally, because they may not be ready to talk about, oh, well, I have the urge for this, or I'm just having a rough day. We don't know how we can help people in certain ways in AA. It just doesn't have to be, you don't have to just be a sponsor. It's so much more to helping people than just being their sponsor. You can also push them to get outside help if they need it. A lot of us do. A lot of us suffer from mental disorders like bipolar depression, or just depression period, anxiety, manic depression, all these different, mental disorders. Yes, once you stop drinking, some of that stuff will go away, but some people still suffer from it because of the trauma that they had to deal with growing up. It's important for you to go ahead and go to the meetings and do the work, do the steps. Just, memorizing the steps is not doing the work. Get you a sponsor that's going to encourage you to write stuff down, highlight stuff in your books, reread stuff. As long as you work the steps, you're going to reread that big book multiple times. Living Sober book multiple times. Every piece of literature more than once. Because you may have not seen something the first time as you were reading, but then when you go back, oh, wow, I didn't see this. And then you can jot it down or highlight it. As long as you work the steps, you will be on the right path to your sobriety, and you'll be able to stay sober for a very, very long time. You have to keep carrying the message from, of the AA association or community or whatever you want to call it, so that others that need that help, they can get it too. Because there's so many of us out here that need the help. Now, the only thing is, don't get disappointed if you do try to help somebody out and they don't right away take your advice. The worst thing that you can do because somebody isn't listening to you is try to pound it into their head and get upset with them. That's only going to push them away, just like it did you when people were telling you, and just like myself when people were telling me you need to get help. That's not going to help them when you fuss and you yell at them and you belittle them and you degrade them, all that. That's not going to help. That's just going to push them away from seeking the help that they need. AA works. I've already seen it. I'm looking at these people that have been in there for many years. I can tell it's working for me because I feel so much happier. Yes, I have my days where I'm depressed still, but that's something that I have to go and seek outside help for, which I'm doing. But it works the way I need it to work. I'm happier. I understand why people were upset with me now. And I don't blame them. I'm only in the beginning of my sobriety, and I know I have so much more to learn and so much more to do in order to pass on the message of AA, that I'm ready for it, because I know that it's going to keep me sober in the process, as well as helping others stay sober. Like they tell you, it doesn't matter how long you've been working this program. Do not stop coming. Because once you think, okay, I'm good, I don't need AA no more, you could still be sober, but you're going to still feel that emptiness inside of you where you feel like something's missing. And that's what it is. It's AA. I don't want to fuss at anybody. I don't want to sound like I'm fussing at anybody. But I encourage you to go, to pick up a book and read and understand and see that you're not the only one going through it. That is a lot of us still learning, still going through it, still trying to help others out. And if we come together and we help each other out, we all can stay sober and help others that are trying to get to that part of their life where they want their sobriety. They want to be sober. They want to be clean. They want to spread the message as well. I hope today that this video has helped somebody to understand the illness. Sorry, you guys, I got interrupted a little bit. Like I was saying, I hope I helped somebody today. Keep working the steps. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell so that you can get the a notification every time I upload a new video. And please encourage, don't push, but encourage them to go. And like I always say, remember, safe place. Bye, you guys.